You should already fucking ordered the fight last night.
World's Strongest Man released all of their all of their fucking their events this year for the qualifiers and for the finals. So I just wanted to like read them off, just like for those of you who follow World's Strongest Man.
You better not have
I do.
Who's your top candidate? It better not be
I don't know.
American.
I haven't done
better not be
research.
an American.
I mean,
it better not be an American.
Brian Shaw, dude. You know Brian Shaw's back, right?
No,
he said he was going to retire, but he's back.
How many?
I mean, we'll see.
Inconsistency moments has he had?
I mean, he's won like 4 or 5.
Oh no, not bro. See, okay, I get you with that. Right, yeah. But we thought he was gonna win the past couple, and what happened?
Oh yeah, but we already talked about how this year was fucked though, because they had to do it outside. The storm delayed everything. What
about before this year?
I don't know.
No, so Brian Shaw, anyways, I love you too, man.
Hey, Brian Shaw.
Fuck, I love you too, bro. But
I'd like to stand next to you and look small.
Step it the fuck up, man.
Your food challenge is bad.
All right. I'm just gonna read off the events just for those who do follow. It's probably a small amount of you, but hey, we're trying to help everybody.
It's gonna be like 2 people, but listen,
hey,
because I fuck with World Strongest Man too,
bro.
So I'm awesome. One of them 2 people.
Actually,
bro.
you know,
that shit, bro.
The Arnold Classic is probably coming up.
The Arnold Classic
too.
is probably
it's probably
one of the biggest, if not the biggest event in fucking.
Well, it is. It is the biggest.
To me, it is.
It's the most prestigious.
To me, it is. I think Arnold Classic.
Like not even everybody from the World's Strongest Man gets invited. It's only like 8 people. Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. Oh, dude, the Arnold. Like, have you ever watched any strongman or anything? Dude, they like deadlift like monster
crazy,
trucks
bro.
and stuff.
Crazy.
And
no,
dude, it's nuts.
No,
like, no, legit.
They pick
like
up thousands of pounds of shit.
Like
it's
my
nothing,
size,
like, just,
who I am as a person, is like small. Like for World's Strong, it's legit
not really.
World's Strongest Man.
They're like as big as Heston, but their stomach is like a 6-pack.
They're like abs,
shit, like
an 8-pack,
but like Heston though.
Yeah. Like armor abs, crabs. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, dude. No, World's Strongest Man is the shit.
Y'all would be like a curl to them, like.
Dude, easy. They could curl you with like their hands.
Oh, I'm serious. No, they really will though. They have videos where they like bench press girls like you, like.
Here's the thing, right? Like, even if you're not into like fitness culture or like gym culture or anything,
yeah, bro, yeah.
World's Strongest Man is the shit because it's like the pinnacle. Like, it's literally called World's Strongest Man for a reason. Like, you got it's like the Olympics almost. You have guys from all over. So like Thor, half Thor, Julius Bjornsson, the guy from Game of Thrones.
The mountain.
Yeah, the mountain. Yeah, he was in World's Strongest Man for a long time.
He needs to go back to acting.
I love Game of Thrones.
He needs to go back to acting. He got beat.
He won 10 consecutive Iceland Strongest Man competitions.
Who beat him?
And then he finally won his first one in 2018, and then he retired.
Who beat him though?
A couple of people. Eddie Hall beat him.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Eddie
about.
Hall beat him.
Eddie Hall retired that motherfucker. Eddie Hall retired.
He's this British dude.
He's the mountain.
Best dude.
And
Eddie Hall was a veteran in the game.
Y'all probably don't know this. They're going to box each other.
Yeah, they are.
It's going to be the heaviest boxing match in history. Yeah.
The new boxing game coming out, Eddie Hall's on that bitch. They already showed. They showed him in the beta. I'm pretty sure Thor's gonna be on there.
Of course.
Dude, I'm telling you this because I told you that they're dropping a boxing game.
His name is Thor.
Half Thor.
Well,
Julius
it's
Bjornsson
half
is
Thor,
his name, but he goes by Thor.
But bro, he's a big.
That's dope.
So this is the only difference, right? He lifts heavy weights like everybody else, but he's just like 6'10". So he's like a fucking like.
He's almost 7 feet tall.
He's like,
but what's it
So
called?
he really was that big in the show.
Yeah, it wasn't exaggerated. He's just
no, that's just him.
They got him because he's huge.
That's him.
Damn, he is a big.
Yeah, dog, he's huge. Hey, but guess what? He lost a World's Strongest Man competition though.
They just had a bit.
No, she's like your
So it's like
size.
Shaq and his wife.
She's like you,
Like
but
Shaq
like
and his
5
wife?
inches taller.
Shaq's wife is up to his knee.
Dude, I'm not even being funny.
That really is like
she's literally like
your size.
Her body type that little, but like 5 inches taller. And he's like big as fuck, all swollen. She's like
small.
She's like 5'3".
His wife is small for normal
bro.
people, and he's like,
dude. You can only imagine.
I'm 5'2".
You can only imagine he's like this with her, like, come here, baby.
Oh my god.
Like, dude, he's like.
Yo,
He's so fucking huge, bro, and she's so little. Like, it's just. Bro,
well, yeah, basically, like what I was saying though is like,
gracious, bro.
If y'all ever want to check it out, it's awesome. I would say maybe don't watch it live because like the events are like huge, so there's like a lot of setup. So between each person, like if you're watching it live, it's legit like 10-15 minutes between like each contestant.
So he's fucking way bigger compared to her, right? You see it, right?
Yeah.
He's fucking like.
Oh my god, he's huge.
Dude, she looks like a fucking.
Tiny. She's a little bit.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And he's picking her up just like you said.
Dude,
that is his daughter.
That's her next to him. in the gym.
I feel like he's gonna spin her like a pizza.
Dude! It's like, how have you not even squashed her yet?
She
like,
could fit 4 of her feet into one of his feet.
I'm telling you, bro.
He has to get his
That's
shoes
some sort of fetish thing, so y'all do with that information whatever you will.
That ends up coming to a fetish type thing.
Right,
it really does. Girls like that
she's
shit.
so small.
Oh, yeah, some real big
Look
dudes.
at that.
I've seen like a weird post about that. Like, girls like
you know what's crazy? Is I believe Shaq is still taller than like his wife.
Oh no, Shaq is taller than him.
Yeah,
right,
for sure.
Yeah, but you're still looking at him like.
But his wife is this height still, so it's like.
It's like, dude.
But this guy's just ginormous. He's just huge.
Guys, I'm telling you, he is grabbing her by one hand and having his way. Like, there's no
let me read these
question
events,
about
and then we'll do some reactions real quick.
Holy
So for the qualifying round, we have a loading medley, which is essentially like the loading medley changes year over year, just depending on what they want to do. But it just depends on what they want to do. Sometimes they're like anchors, like boat anchors, or they're just like weighted sacks or kegs or rocks. It just depends.
Depends
like,
on
it
the
changes.
theme.
Yeah, right. It changes every year. But they have a loading medley. They have a squat lift and a deadlift, and it's like working out. You know what I mean? So like, it depends though. Sometimes it doesn't specify here, but it varies. Sometimes it's like based on weight, and sometimes it's like a set weight and how many reps you can do. They haven't specified, so we'll see what happens. But you got a squat lift and a deadlift. They should do it by reps.
Honestly,
that's what I think.
Honestly,
and the squats are like insane. Like they'll get like monster truck tires or like dumb shit, dude. Like to squat. Excuse me, to squat.
That is
for the second.
Before you finish, you've never said excuse me before. So I don't know if it's because you have the guests here and you said it.
It's because y'all are here.
Guys, y'all been watching this show for how long? Since last year?
True. I actually don't think
Heston has never fucking said excuse me on any fucking burp that he's ever had.
That's a moment.
Clip it.
This is a
fucking...
Call it a VFT.
And his burps are way right there. He's like, my bad.
That's what I would have
He's like,
hell yeah.
Excuse me.
Hey,
like,
clank.
Yeah, but now he's like, excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. But he do the my bad.
I appreciate you drinking with me after that. I call it we call it a clank and sank. That's what we call it.
Clank and sank.
Beautiful.
Or a clank and dank, right?
Yes.
That's what we're talking about, right?
That's always the best.
All right.
The
next event we have Fingles Fingers and a train pull. Fingles Fingers is like you don't really know what it is. It's just like a weird like event that they have. Train pull. So like they get a rope and they have a train.
Get
harness
out
to
like
them,
that
and
montage they do in like 80s movies where they're working out and they gotta like pull the train.
Yeah,
that's
pull
a
the
real
train.
thing.
Yeah. But they do different stuff. Sometimes it's like a bus or an airplane or like an 18-wheeler.
Get
like
out of here.
It's the shit, dude. Nobody knows about World's Strongest Man, and it's awesome. It's so cool.
They pull all this shit. It's nothing. Like you'll see like 20 dudes pull like a big ass fucking something.
Yeah.
For a wave.
Life,
yeah.
Like Avengers.
Like they consume like 10,000 calories a day.
Oh my God.
If you look up their food challenges, like
pretty sure that's how many calories I've eaten in like.
So I'll tell you this. If y'all want to be
in your
introduced
life,
to World's Strongest Man, my two personal favorite are Brian Shaw and Eddie Hall.
If you ate that much.
Brian Shaw is a 4-time World's Strongest Man champion, and he's an American. And Eddie Hall, he's won one, but it was like the
I don't know why
he's
bringing up Brian Shaw.
For Britain.
I don't know why he's bringing up Brian Shaw.
No. I'm telling them if they want to be introduced to the sport.
Brian Shaw, love you, but he's been a disappointment.
Brian Shaw's a disappointment. They post like their daily workouts and like everything. And right now, if you also like Half Thor has his own too. And watching him and Eddie Hall at the same time is really interesting because they're both training to fight each other.
Eddie Hall is
so like you can see like Eddie Hall's progress and you can see Half Thor's progress and like. Oh,
that's
dude, it's awesome. It's cool. Like I follow all of them. But
Eddie Hall is gonna beat Thor.
I think so too. I think Eddie Hall's gonna win.
I don't give a fuck how big Thor looks.
Bought a mansion.
Eddie Hall looks
a
shorter,
boxing ring in his
like his
house.
girlfriend and shit.
Eddie Hall bought a mansion, built a boxing ring in his house,
than him, though.
and he has a second house behind his mansion that he moved his trainer into for COVID. So his trainer lives at his house, and they train every single day.
Give me a
must be nice to be rich.
Fair assessment.
That shit sounds.
It's nuts.
I say yes, but I'm gonna ask you just to see.
Ask me.
Is Eddie Hall stronger than Thor?
I mean, he beat him.
That's not what I asked you.
What are we talking about?
Eddie
Hall.
We'll find out.
Is he better? Is he stronger than Thor? Is Eddie Hall stronger than Thor? Yes or no? Right now, based on what we've seen.
You know, this is a tough question.
It's not a tough question.
No.
Thor retired.
It depends.
Thor retired.
They both retired.
Yeah, but Eddie Hall was like fucking 40-something. Thor's how old?
He's not that old. They're like the same age.
No, the fuck they're not.
I'm pretty sure they are.
Thor's years younger than fucking Eddie Hall.
I don't know. Eddie Hall is the first
I'm gonna
person.
look it up.
Yeah, we have computers.
Okay.
Eddie Hall is the first person to ever break the 1,000 kilogram deadlift in history.
Shit.
Yeah, and so I'll tell you what that calculates to in pounds.
Eddie Hall is 33.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay.
It's so just for reference, his 1,000 kilogram deadlift equates to 2,204 pounds. And not only did he lift it, he held it, and then like the pressure in his head started to give, so he had a nosebleed. And he just held it. Yeah, and he almost died afterwards. Like there's actually a documentary about it. His heart was at like 230 beats per minute, and it wouldn't go down. Like yeah, they had to work on him afterwards. You can find that on his channel too. It's the best. Yeah, no, dude, Eddie Hall's a fucking like. He's goals, bro. Like, we're all trying to look like him. And now that he's, like, losing weight for the boxing match, he's, like, my size, but he has, like, an 8-pack. And he's just, like, solid. And he's just an animal. Like, bro. Holy shit.
Thor's 30.
Okay, so he's only 3 years younger.
No, bro, stop when you say that. Because Eddie Hall was in the game way before Thor brought his ass from acting to lift.
I think they... No, here's the thing.
Bro,
Thor was in Strongman before he got recruited to join Game of Thrones.
And he was only there for a little
after
bit.
Eddie Hall, though.
It still took a lot of time away from Strongman.
Thor's really only been...
Thor's even talked about it.
Thor's really only been the strongest man hardcore. Not for not even half of Eddie Hall's career.
Welcome to the show.
What up, Kaya girl?
Hi, sweetie.
She's on camera.
Yeah, she's a good girl.
She says, I think Eddie Hall is better.
She says, is there a strong
Kaya know where to go. She went to the right person.
Strong
but
dog.
I'm telling you right now,
she'll
look.
win.
Look,
Strong
I'll
dog.
tell you this. Look.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if y'all watch animes or not, but look, in animes, 1 year can make a motherfucker like the most powerful person in life. So 3 years, in 3 years, I'm telling you right the fuck now. Like, Thor was never on Eddie Hall's level. The fact that he even beat Eddie Hall before was tremendous, and that's why Thor was named that.
Right.
But before Thor, who was really that go-to guy like that?
Brian Shaw.
Damn, not where he was going with that.
Okay, so y'all look up Brian Shaw's career,
Big
dog.
Z. I forget like his full name. They call him Big Z though.
I'll tell you this right now, bro.
Animal.
Brian Shaw was not
Mark
really
Felix.
ever
Mark
anything
Felix
to me,
is
bro.
like 50 and he's still breaking like world records.
This is the problem with Brian Shaw. We know that he's broken record and he's good, but when it comes to the real competitions, win.
No, I was talking about Mark
He
Felix.
doesn't even place top 3. Well, Leetsies is up there.
Leetsies did pretty good.
Who are we talking about right now? Brian Shaw's not in the conversation of world's strongest man right now.
This year, like we'll see.
Bro, no, for years to come, Brian Shaw's not in it.
We'll see. Well, he's participating this year.
You like him though, and I get that. Just like you like Deshaun Watson, right? And you bring him up, but like, what does Houston do? Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, what are we talking about?
I know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna finish the rest of these qualifying matches.
He picked Brian Shaw for these next events to come. So let's see, because he picked Brian Shaw the last one that we did, and guess why we didn't do the highlights, guys? Guess why we didn't do the highlights? Because Brian Shaw didn't even finish fucking top 5.
Yeah, this time around.
So like, what the fuck?
I wanted to live react to it, but like it just didn't work out. So this year, I'm just gonna watch it.
I'm gonna tell you right now, bro.
Talk about
Brian Shaw was supposed to go hard, and he didn't, guys.
He didn't. No,
but he hasn't. But he hasn't. So Heston loves him, but I mean, he don't do shit. So what are we talking about?
Day 3 of qualifying is an overhead medley. Same idea as the lifting medley, but it's an overhead lift, and you have to carry it like whatever distance. They have a pickaxe hold. So I guess this is a pickaxe. It's basically where like they like hold their arms out and they just hold the weight for however long that they can. And the pickaxe will weigh like whatever weight that they pick.
Like straight up?
Mm-hmm. That shit fucking sucks.
Oh, yeah.
And then they have a stone off. I don't know what a stone off is.
They're gonna throw stones
and then
at each
that's
other?
to get into the finals. So like if you get out of qualifying and you get to the finals are 2 days, 6 events, 3 days per 3 events per day. The first event, day 1 for the finals is a Giants medley. Same idea. Titans turntable, which I think is the thing. It's like where like you it's like Okay, think of like a pirate ship steering wheel.
Right.
So it's like a big one, right? Like a really big pirate steering wheel.
Yeah.
And you got to pick up one of the pegs, and it's weighted, and you got to carry it in a circle. Do you follow?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like one of the turny thingies, you got to lift that, and you got to walk with it and turn the whole thing.
But it's
and then you just go for like as long as you can, and like
no, that's
X
the
amount
stone
of time.
off. That's the stone off.
That's the stone off.
Yep. You pick up like a heavy boulder and then you like walk, turn around, keep walking.
Oh, that's the stone off.
That's the stone off.
No. But the Titans turntable. That remember from Arnold's the Arnold Classic where they were going in a circle, or maybe they push it.
I think it's
that's
push.
the push one, right?
Okay,
same idea. They don't lift it, they push it.
Oh,
you
okay.
get it, yeah.
But it's like so heavy.
Do whatever you can. Yeah, it's heavy as fuck.
It's crazy,
yeah.
bro. It's
they
so
had that
crazy.
at the Arnold
It's
Strongman,
crazy.
the Arnold
Crazy.
Classic last year, and then they have a keg toss where like there's like a bar that's like really high, and they got to take kegs and they got to throw it over, and there's like a bunch
Full
of
kegs?
Yeah, well, it depends. They're usually half kegs.
Sometimes they'll switch it to almost like
they
a.
change it up. They change it up.
You ever been to fucking Krav Maga into like the kettle weights?
Yeah.
They kind of make it like
Sometimes
that now.
they'll do.
They kind of make it more like
that's
a kettle weight.
but it's like a kettle.
They
it's
make
like
it more like
kettlebell,
almost
basically.
like a kettle weight. Like you'll grab it and then they.
Because throwing kegs is like
but
too
then
ratchet or something.
Right. Well, you know, I mean, I think that it is like only because like if you throw a big ass fucking like that and then it falls back and hits you like.
It's
Bro,
close,
damn.
but they
No,
practice.
because, I mean,
so
they
it's-
move and
it's
stuff, but
fun,
I mean,
yeah.
if you just have a little like kettle bag, like
Right,
it's
right.
easier. Like
Yeah.
Sometimes
But, bro,
they do
yeah,
like
you're right.
they'll
They
do different
do
stuff
a
though. Like
huge
sometimes they'll do
amount of stuff.
stones. Like sometimes
Oh,
they'll do
shit.
like solid gold bars.
Yeah, it's
And,
crazy.
yeah, they'll
It's
do like all
crazy,
kinds of
dude.
stuff.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
Take off with one?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm about to catch this bitch in, bro.
and then for the last day they have a log lift, which is where
Hell
like
yes.
you get a log. It's obviously like it's done by Rogue, so like it's a log, but like they regulate it, and it's got handles in it, and you got to take it from the ground and you got to roll it up, and then you got to lift it up. And sometimes they do it by weight, kind of like the deadlift. Sometimes they do it by weight, sometimes they do it by reps. It just like depends. They haven't given that detail yet. So yeah, it's a log, and you got to get your handles in it. So you got like a log, and you got two handles, and you gotta roll it up to your chest, and you gotta lift it up. So they do
already
that.
sounds terrible.
And
but
then
cool
they have
to
another
watch.
deadlift, and then they have Atlas stones. Atlas stones are like the classic like iconic strongman competition.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah, it's the big
different
circular
platforms,
stone.
like-
Yeah.
Pick up,
and you
set
gotta
on
pick it
top.
up, and you gotta
Pick this one
put
up, set it
yes,
on top.
Yes.
But as
and
you
they get
go,
heavier. They get heavier.
Yeah.
dude, they switched it though. They
Oh yeah, it
switched
gets heavier to
It's
lighter.
heavier
right?
to lighter
But
now.
but the platform gets higher.
But before, bro, they used to do lighter to heavy. Now
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, bro,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
lifting up like the heaviest, like
Yeah, do they take resin?
2,000-3,000
and then, like,
pounds,
they
bro.
put
And you're
it
like,
on like
oh my
the chest
gosh,
and-
bro,
So,
everywhere,
Yeah, you have to
dude.
stick on it,
Bro.
and then they just
What?
grab it, and then
It is fucking intense.
put it
and,
on
you-
there.
and you
That
just,
was a great
all
sound
you do,
effect.
all you do is, it looks so simple because all you do is pick
Well,
it up
I mean,
and
when
then
it also
set it.
looks
You just
No.
set it
it
right
looks
on.
easy. And you're like,
That seems like it'd be
You
difficult.
just set it right there.
But all their veins are popping out.
Dude, they're at this point because so guess what? So
they're
this
starting
could be
with
day
the
3, right?
heaviest.
But there's still events every fucking day. So they did
Yeah.
events right before this shit, and they're still
right, like they've already gone
in
through
shape.
qualifiers.
to
They've
still
gone
pick
through
up
day
a
one.
fucking,
Yeah.
Oh my bro,
Yeah.
it's
But
crazy,
that's also
bro.
why they
It's
only do
fucking
3 events a
crazy,
day
bro.
so that they can recover.
It's crazy,
like
bro.
to the next
I
event.
was gonna say because
It's
that
cra-
sounds like you're putting every single
But
cell
that's
in
why
your
they get
muscles.
These
that's
guys
why they
also
get paid
train,
like
like,
that. That's why they get paid like that
160
because
days a year
I'm telling you.
for like this 5-day event.
we'd
So-
go for the first day and be like,
When does it start?
Let me see. I don't know if they announced that.
we'd go for the first day and be like, nah, fuck you.
Well, let's find out
Bro.
when it starts, guys.
Yeah,
We-
they haven't announced the date yet. Those are just the events, but it's
Oh,
usually
shit.
like around.
It's gonna be like in
November-ish.
Mayish.
Yeah.
Nah, well, it depends.
Because the
They-
Arnold
well, they
Classic
have
is sooner.
different
The
ones.
Arnold Classic is like during
It's
the
like
summer,
summertime.
and
It's like summertime.
Yeah, and the World
so this
Strongest
shit's
Man
gonna
is
come in
later.
like a couple months. We should see
It's all
something.
kind of the same shit, but like
But
we
it-
were saying
it's a
before,
mix around.
The Arnold Classic, it's like the Arnold Schwarzenegger, like it's his event.
But that's why I like World
Whoa.
Strongest Man though, because it's year round. It ain't just like
well, sort
just
of.
here
There's
and
only
that's it.
one World Strongest Man event.
Well, I get
but
that,
They
but
have a lot
there's
of like
hell of
yeah,
events that we
yes,
can
yes,
always
yes.
watch.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
that's
So
cool.
it's
Yeah,
it's
like
dope.
Rogue,
It's dope. It's dope. It's
they
dope.
host like a lot of events, like where dudes are trying to break world records all the time. Like,
Right.
check this guy, like, let's see how many reps he can do with the deadlift, and like, it's all regulated, and like we've talked about it before, but like Thor. So remember how I told you that Eddie Hall broke like the 1,000 kilogram?
Yeah.
Like it was like the heaviest ever. Thor did 1,001. But like it was
fine.
during COVID, so like he wasn't able to do it in front of like like certified people.
And it's also
he did it as a live stream though. So like there was a lot of controversy around like the legitimacy of it.
Because
no, this is why though. Eddie Hall broke his record during a competition.
In a competition.
Yeah. So like
and
it wasn't just a competition.
No,
like,
bitch.
It's totally different. Like because you're in the environment.
You're at home
you're in front of people.
It's different.
You're right, and then it's regulated.
Totally, yes,
yeah.
it's totally different.
This whole beef came about because Eddie Hall lifted some shit.
Eddie Hall beat Thor, and then Thor accused him of cheating.
It's proper form.
Kilograms are more than pounds.
Yeah.
No,
so
but that's the thing.
1,000 kilograms equates to 2,200 pounds. Just
So
over that. It's like
so
22
it's just
over.
over a ton, right? Because 1,000 pounds is a ton.
They deadlift it.
The issue came down. But hold on.
These dudes
easily
are
though.
boys.
Easily.
Well, not
this is the issue.
Not the 1,000. It's tough.
This is the issue.
Yeah.
The issue came down to form. Thor throws his shit up and he can do it, but his form would look like one of his arms is kind of like slacking a little bit. Like and then
Here's the
and
thing.
so
If you want the whole scoop, Eddie Hall posted a documentary about it.
dude, it's on there. So
Yeah.
really what it
On his
is
page on
Eddie
YouTube.
Hall was like full lock in, let's go. When Thor did it,
Thor
he
was
threw
like-
it up
he
and
was
then
like
he kind of
cheating a
had
little
like
bit.
a little
Yeah.
slight in
He
his
was
arm.
Oh, he was trying to
You
help
can't slide.
himself.
You
Yeah,
can't slide it,
he
bro.
was cheating.
You can't
Well,
slide
I'll go
it.
watch that
And
documentary.
it's
Yeah,
legit.
it's really
and
good.
so Thor got pissed off, bro. Like instantly, as soon as he
because
ended
he
the
lost
shit,
that
because
event,
they was like,
and Eddie Hall
this one
beat
don't
him by
count.
like 2
And
points,
Eddie
or like
Hall
1 point.
ended up winning
Yeah.
from that event.
Yeah.
Pretty
he won the
much.
whole thing.
Because
Yeah.
Thor, actually, if we're gonna be real, he was making a comeback in the event.
He
Thor
was.
was behind.
Yeah.
Which we thought he was gonna win the shit. So I feel like he was like kind of chilling and he wasn't really taking it serious. He's just like, bro, I kind of beast in certain events and I'll catch up.
Well, all
And
strongmen
it came
have
down
like
to a
their
last
strong
event,
suits. Like
and
there are
he
guys
fucked
who
up.
like win World Strongest Man, but
because
they
there's like
suck
10
at some
events, right?
competitions.
So
like,
some players are like, I'll just go hard in 5
Yeah.
and get the most points and win.
Yeah.
I don't
Right.
have to go hard in all 10.
Like they're like
I can
I'm
be
probably
8th
gonna get like
place, 9th
6th place in this
place.
event.
It
Like,
don't matter.
You know you
Cool,
can
like-
make
Because
up
I know
for
if
it.
in this
Yeah.
event
It's all
nobody's
strategic.
even close to me.
Yeah.
Dude.
They got other events too, like
You know
the
what I'm saying?
farmers. Like
That
there's a
sucks.
farmer's walk.
This is
which
what
like,
happened, though.
where you carry like too many groceries like on your arms.
Yeah,
and you
shit.
carry it. Yeah.
So,
like,
the
there's like all
problem
sorts of
was-
stuff. Yeah.
Thor let it get down to the very last event.
Yeah.
Well, that was like
And
it was like day 2.
It was so
It was like
so
day
it was
2
almost
already.
like 2 or 1 events left when Thor needed to kind of like I have to win this one.
Yeah.
But we expected him to win it. Like
Yeah.
we expected him. We were like, man, Thor about
It's
to
just
come
an
and kill
overhead
this shit.
Viking press. It's
And
like
he-
nothing super crazy.
It's almost like a
He
deadlift.
shoulda
Almost.
won.
You come, you
But Eddie Hall's
and throw
he's
it up.
jacked as fuck
And his
too.
shit was
so,
more
you know.
like when he threw it up, it kind of. You gotta. I mean, I'm sorry, bro.
I mean, if this is a craft and you're gonna judge
That's
it,
what you're supposed to
gotta
do.
have
Like you lose that. So
Well, here's the
he
thing. In the
so-
documentary,
Dude,
they actually
yes.
meet with the
Yep.
refs like before they
Yep.
actually started, and the ref like
Fuck, bro.
explains
The ref was like, bro,
like the
do this.
nuances of the events, and then if any of the contestants have like questions, they can actually meet with the refs directly and go, well, I lift this way.
This
like,
way.
Is that
So,
okay?
before I
and
do
they actually
it-
show Thor
No.
talk to him
No.
personally. Like
Nope.
he's like, well,
Nope.
I lift this way. He's
Nope.
like,
Nope.
what are you talking about? It's like they
Nope.
discussed it before the
Nope.
event. That's what I'm saying.
So he knew
Yeah,
ahead
he
of
knew
time
how
there
to lift it.
clarification.
how to lift it.
He
so
knew
it
how
would
to do it.
count,
The best
so it would
part,
count.
the best part about this
Exactly,
documentary
bro.
is it was made
Exactly,
from
bro.
one of the cameramen of World's Strongest Men. Like he took the behind the scenes footage and put it all together. And then yeah, dude,
This is,
it's
bro, but
awesome.
this
Yeah,
is
it's
the
cool.
only problem with
It's
it.
cool.
This is the only problem with all this.
And
Like,
then Thor accused him of
Thor
cheating.
should have like smashed all of them,
Right.
including Eddie Hall. Like
He shouldn't
nobody
have
should have even
given
been
the room.
close. Like he should have like
Yeah.
been so far ahead. Like
Yeah.
all the dudes that even went there with him should have even fucking went.
I agree.
Like that's literally how the competition should have been.
I agree.
And the fact that he was like, dude, I'm telling you, he like made
But
up.
that also
But-
that
He made
also
up and came
gives
back,
credit to
like-
Eddie Hall though, because like Eddie Hall
He
like
stayed on
the
his
year
shit.
before he was like
he
8th.
stayed on his shit.
Wow.
Yeah, and then
So,
he
wow.
won.
Came back
Yeah,
and
that's what I'm saying.
So
like-
I'm like, bro,
But
Thor,
I mean,
nah, you tripping, bro.
he should have known that. I mean, like in another sport like ice skating,
Come on, man.
if you do a spin and your leg isn't straight enough, points deducted.
Yeah, motherfucker.
You could have nailed a super
right,
hard
this is the
move,
pinnacle.
but it
That's what
doesn't
I'm saying.
matter.
Right, this
You
is
did
the
it
exactly
pinnacle.
like
Like,
that.
right.
It's exactly like that. And
so he kind of fucked himself.
Well, he got mad
had to
because-
double down and.
Right,
But
but
this is the
he
thing.
could have just accepted it, but because he like
He
accused
knew
Eddie
His
Hall of shit,
ego was
like
hurt.
His
He's a
ego.
big
Yes.
man.
He knew he was the
Yes.
He's
favorite.
a strong man.
because
He's
of
a
that,
strong
right.
man.
Right.
You call me weak.
And because of that, like,
Dude, he made a whole big deal.
It
He
made
was trying
me
to
like
fight Eddie
not
Hall
a
and all
Thor
kind of
fan
shit.
anymore. I was like, oh, he's kind of a bitch. Like he's
Well,
not.
yeah. I mean,
That's some
nobody's
whole
gonna
ass
want
shit,
to.
though. I'm
There's
gonna be
some
honest.
chivalry to being
It's-
able to like
Right.
hold your L.
If you
know?
lose,
and he didn't even lose.
you
He got like
lose, bro.
second place. He still
Like
got
barely.
silver.
He
like,
barely lost.
But
though.
he's
He barely
yeah,
lost.
he lost
So
by
what he
1
did,
point.
He came back, right?
Yeah, 1
so,
point.
check
And
this.
Eddie Hall
He
beat
came
him. He
back,
got 1 point.
But Eddie
Like,
Hall
Yep.
was pushing the whole time.
Yep,
So he
yep.
came back, and if he would have just held it
Yeah.
the right way, he would have fucking won that shit, bro. If he
Lock
would've-
out. What are we talking
arms
about?
locked, like you're supposed to do it, he would have fucking held it.
Well,
but one of his arms
That
is a
sounds
slut.
like it's on him.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But guess what? Everybody going to the competition like, man, Thor gonna kill all these dudes. Like, it's not even gonna be close. Like, the fact that we even saw Eddie Hall even, like, that the fact that we even saw Thor, I ain't gonna say Eddie Hall, the fact we saw Thor having to come back and, like, he might not win was never a question. We were like, oh, man, Thor about to eat all
Yeah.
these dudes up. And if you watch these events, like, when these niggas are struggling, like, the shit he just said to throw the shit over and it goes over a bar barely, dog, Thor was throwing that shit and it was
Yeah, with
like,
like
fucking
4 to 5 feet
10
of
fucking
clearance.
feet,
Like,
bro.
just-
Like,
Jeez.
bro,
his height helps a lot
Dude,
with those
so
events. But
it
trust
does,
me,
but
it
bro,
Because he
helps a
is
lot.
very
it
tall.
does. But bro, he was just getting to a point to where he just said like, I don't want to throw anymore.
Thor has like
He
all
coulda
the
thrown
records
more,
for the keg toss.
but he
like,
already
all
beat
of
the
them.
people that didn't
was-
even get that high. Like he
Yeah.
was like 2 or 3 weights over people.
And he'll have like
I don't wanna
energy
do
to
it no
spare.
more.
He's like, I could
I'm
keep
good.
going, but
right?
I'm
But
going
he's
to.
like, nah, I'll wait. So I'm
When
like, bro, that's
keeping it
your
real
fucking-
goes wrong.
Do it, hey, real shit. You get it,
Yeah.
you get yours.
Okay.
It shouldn't be. Yeah.
Let's move on.